Welcome back. In the previous part, we finished off Tressa's Chapter 2, so now it's time to start another Chapter 2. It's in the same place. It's Cyrus's, so let's start that up. Well met, traveller, what can I do ye for? Well, we'll hear a tale, obviously. It's Cyrus, Chapter 2. Oh, meant to read it, aren't I? Hoping to solve the mysteries behind a certain ancient tome, you head to Cleric. Strange name when you think about it. Anyway, here you seek out Odette, a former colleague who may be able to shed some light on the matter. The story so far. Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell. Its disappearance was a riddle, wrapped in a mystery. A riddle that piqued his scholarly curiosity. Even suffering the indignity of losing his post was a small price to pay for the opportunity of solving this fascinating puzzle. And so did Cyrus come to Quarrycrest to call upon an old colleague who just might happen to have the answers he seeks. So this is Quarrycrest. It's hard to believe it's been 10 whole years since Odette left the academy. And her house was... Ah, that's right. She left directions in her letter. I should take another look. You have all the makings of a great scholar, Cyrus. But allow me to offer you a word of warning. For all your intellect, you've always been clumsy in matters of the heart. I know that your research is more important to you than anything. But you would do well to give some thought to how you treat the fairer sex. You are more handsome than you give yourself credit for. If you are not careful, you might find your words and actions misconstrued by those around you. Whatever could this mean? I should have known better to read that again. Than to. The first time I read it, I nearly fell over laughing. Now it seems almost pathetic. To think I'd be banished from the academy because of a trumped-up scandal like that. I can just see Odette laughing at me the moment I mention it.
Now then.
But there's no point worrying. I have to face her sooner or later, after all. Triple dot. I try to keep myself presentable, this is true. But is my face truly so easy on the eyes? Oh, woe is me, doomed to never realize the full depth of my good looks and charisma. Giggle, giggle. Ah, there we go. So where am I to go? Over here. Can't tell if it's up top. Aha, I see. There's a house up there. Yes, got it.
Anyhow, here we are.
Yes, I'll be right there.
I recognize that voice. That's Primrose's voice. What's going on here?
It's been some time, Odette.
Oh dear. Just like, oh, what are you doing here? I'll go in.
You're still here. I guess I'm not suffering from fatigue-induced hallucinations after all.
I mean, you still might, but he is here.
It's me, Odette, in the flesh. Good to see you as hale and hearty as ever.
Hale and hearty?
And you're as insufferable as ever, no doubt. What are you waiting for? Come in already.
Indeed. It's like I don't know why I didn't just follow her in earlier.
Don't mind if I do.
Indeed. Well, I fail to see what is so funny.
How did I know that would be your reaction?
We were practically joined at the hip back in the day. Just watching you go about was fun in and of itself. I always had a hunch you'd end up in trouble with the ladies, but to think it would happen with the princess of all people.
Yeah, you're never gonna live this one down. It's gonna be like, oh, great.
Somehow, you've managed to exceed even my wildest expectations.
Oh my.
By expelling me, they hope to protect Her Highness's good name. Needless to say, there's no truth in any of this.
There's some truth to it.
Oh, of course. I'm sure it's all as you say.
Like, the rumors aren't entirely unfounded. There was something going on with the princess. He had no clue, but there was something going on with her.
Her Highness and this Therese are just your pupils. They have no romantic interest in you in the slightest.
Exactly.
You're something else, Cyrus. But it's a relief to find your powers of observation are as keen as ever.
Huh?
That's not how clueless he is.
Well, did you come all this way just to entertain me? If so, congratulations on a job well done.
Oh, thank you. Oh, we'll be leaving then. Ta-ta for now.
Save your congratulations for another time. I've come in search of a certain tome. Are you perchance familiar with From the Far Reaches of Hell?
Here we go. She's going to be like, what do you know?
A cheery title if I've ever heard one.
Ominous music.
I can tell you that it's a compendium of ancient rites and rituals. Not that I've read it myself, of course.
Huh?
I know that much. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Not much more. It touches upon necromancy, I believe.
Necromancy?
I mean, oh, where's this gonna go?
Necromancy. That said, as to what extent, I know little.
But have you heard the story of Darth Plagueis?
Is that so?
Are you really dropping the voice acting at that point? Really? Alright. I was sure that if anyone could enlighten me, it would be you.
Give me a break.
Oh dear. Is that supposed to be flattery? Alright, just give me some time. As soon as I tackle the little pickle I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll do some investigating. Right, so we're going to be helping her make some pickles or something?
Oh!
A pickle, you say? Consider my interest piqued. I always took you for the type who chewed up and spit out your problems before pickles they could become.
Aha!
Again, I find your flattery lacking. Anyhow, since you're here, perhaps I can put you to use. As it happens, a number of people have gone missing of late.
Oh.
Under suspicious circumstances, I presume.
Naturally.
Just so. Many quite literally seem to have been spirited away. One soul went to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuffs and never returned. Another turned a street corner, only to vanish entirely, leaving his friend who was strolling with him in disbelief. All told, 10 men and women have gone missing in such a fashion in the past half year.
Most intriguing.
How curious indeed. Don't look so disappointed, you nutjob. So how about it? Do you have any ideas? It would be imprudent to jump to conclusions without conducting an investigation.
Great.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm wondering, because if he's meant to be Sherlock, who is Odette meant to be in terms of Sherlock? I'm gonna go with Lestrade. Makes more sense that it would be Lestrade at this point, so... I'll look into that tome while you're away.
As you wish.
Fair trade, I'd say. Maybe Mycroft. Maybe a combination of both? Not quite sure at this point. Though I dare say that having the opportunity to solve this peculiar puzzle is a reward in itself.
I see.
It figures. Well, happy investigating. Definitely does have traits of both Mycroft and Lestrade. It's sort of like the playful nature and the backstory, but also like the investigation side with Lestrade. Like, it's debatable. First, I should ask Odette where precisely the kidnappings have occurred. Alright, so that's inquire, so why scrutinize? Let's see now. Testimony. Come to think of it, the 3 people who went missing were all last seen near the inn. Could well be a coincidence. Most intriguing. Oh, we got travel banter.
Curious.
So, Professor,
aren't you?
think you can solve the puzzle? Oh, definitely. I am very much looking forward to the challenge. Your enthusiasm certainly is charming, but don't you find the scholarly life to be exhausting sometimes? You must forgive me, but I don't see how it could possibly be. Well, you lot can never let a mystery just be. You need to figure everything out. You realize there's no end to it. That you'll never find all the answers. Life is too short to spend it with a furrowed brow and a nose forever stuck in a tome. Ah, clearly you are not a fan of natural philosophy. Still, I enjoy your refreshing frankness. There's a certain beauty to your honesty. Steady, Professor. Are you trying to sweet-talk me? What do you mean? Triple dot. I honestly can't tell if he's genuinely guileless or just play acting. He's guileless. He just is. He just doesn't know what's going on at all in any regard. Right, so who've got to scrutinize here? What we got? Let's see now. Testimony. A system of underground canals runs all through this town. I don't think anyone has ventured down there in quite some time, though. Most intriguing. The sewers. Alright. Scrutinize. Let's see now. Testimony. Seen happen both in the dead of night and broad daylight. Someone's walking by the inn. They turned the corner up ahead, and when I followed them, they were gone. Vanished into thin air. Most intriguing. The disappearances have been happening in broad daylight and the dead of night.
Now then.
And with that, I do believe I have all the knowledge I need to crack the case. Where did the disappearances occur? Near the inn. Every victim was in the general vicinity of the inn when they disappeared. I mean, you can see there's a mine entrance. we can say with absolute certainty that they did not vanish into thin air, or some such nonsense. When did the disappearances occur? At all hours. As such, it stands to reason that they were kidnapped. But to why? But to why? To what end is what I went to say. And that the kidnapper made use of a hidden path or passage to evade the public eye. Yes, it's to the right of the inn. It's like it's the sewers, we know that. True, did the kidnapper employ us? No, I've got to go with it's not the skies, it's not the back alleys, unless we count that as the back alley. It's like, we'll go with sewers. I'm assuming that's that bit over there. Yeah. The entrance to the sewers would seem to make for an ideal escape route. Yes. Doubtless the culprit stole underground. It's very odd speech. To spirit his victims away.
Thusly.
I do believe I should have a look down there for myself. You're already heading off down here. Whether or not the story will actually get... Oh, we got some banter. Triple dot. Professor? Triple dot. Hello, Professor. Ah, hello, Tressa. Why are you shouting? I was trying to offer you some sweets, but you weren't answering me. Oh, I do apologize. Once I get into thinking about a thing, I often become lost to the world. There was a time when I was so engrossed in a book, I failed to notice that my neighbor's house was on fire. Wow. Being able to concentrate like that must be super handy as a scholar. But it's probably best to be a little more attentive, especially when on the road like we are. You never know what's waiting around the next corner. Quite true, Tressa. Quite true. I shall endeavour to be more vigilant. She praises my focus, but it's nothing compared to hers when she's in the midst of a business negotiation. Yes, but hers is very specialised compared to yours. Let's go have a look then.
Aha!
Here we are. From the looks of it, these aqueducts predate the founding of the village itself. There is a good chance many of the villagers are unaware of their existence. This calls for a thorough investigation. Gotta figure out who knows about the sewers. Got it. But I must be wary. For all I know, the culprit could be lurking in the shadows as I speak. I will proceed with caution. We're actually going into the sewers already? Like, we're going to the dungeon part already. Strange. After all, it simply wouldn't do if I became our villain's latest victim. Seems weird we're already heading off. But alright. Go for it. It's like, it seemed to follow a pattern, all these stories. It's like we have a little bit of a story, and then we're off in like the next part. To a certain place. Like, it's like I sort of relied on that pattern to plan out what I was going to do in terms of videos, etc. So now it's like, oh, well. Now I don't know if it's going to be like this. It's just, oh dear, study fail. Alright, what we got?
Now then,
let's go with that.
I will cut you down!
Ooh, that wasn't good. It's quite strong. Is there any way to speed up the battles though? Because I'd like that as an option as well. Let's go lightning. Yeah, we'll go lightning blast.
Thunder, ring out!
Trying to think what Cyrus can do, because it's always usually. Yep. Definitely always usually. It's usually based around the idea of what Cyrus, like the character you're currently doing in terms of their story.
Let's do this.
Alright, so let's do arrows. I mean, she had the wind and everything and I didn't use it. Alright, we'll try fire then.
Flames, burn this away.
There we go. We found a weakness. That's what I was after.
Let's do this!
Let's go try Tempest then. I was hoping the ones at the back would have died then, but no. Cow.
Damn!
Let's go Cleric skills and get some healing going.
A miracle indeed!
Need a better heal there, really. It's not going to work out well for me
Interesting.
in the long run.
A great inferno to scorch the land!
Good, good, good.
I am ready.
There we go.
The show is over.
Doom, doom, doodle doo doom. Just saying how hard they were, we didn't get much XP at all. It's kind of disappointing, really. I'm wary of where we're going to be next, that's the thing. It's like, because there's a green thing already here, so it's like, This is why I didn't start doing one of my little things from my list, a little topic, because it's like, it feels like this isn't where we're meant to be yet. In terms of like, I was going to say, where's my MP options? It's SP in this, isn't it? Yeah, it doesn't feel like we're at the point where we're actually having a boss fight or anything like that, but could be wrong.
Most interesting.
I do say, to think there were such elaborate structures under the surface. Oh, they're dead.
What have we here?
Indeed. He's dead. Oh. I was right.
What in the...
Heavens is this? It's as if the blood was drained from his body. What is that atop these strange patterns? What is going on? And it's clearly some kind of blood ritual, but it's obvious. Clearly some baleful sorcery has been practiced here. Like I said, blood magic.
It couldn't be.
These gemstones. Why, if my hypothesis is correct,
It couldn't
they
be.
must be composed of crystallized human blood. Oh. Why are they making blood crystals? And yet, it is as if myriad hues of red are mixed together. So they mixed several people's bloods together and crystallized them? Could it be that each gem contains the blood of multiple victims?
Preposterous!
Good gods, what horrors have been wrought here? How many innocents have been victimized by this blood-sucking sorcerer? At least now we know the motive behind the kidnappings. The villain we are dealing with is no common criminal. No, I'm loath to even call him a human being.
Why?
Sucking the life from the men and women of this poor town, only to cast them away. This is a veritable demon who walks among us. One thing is clear, this monster must be stopped before he can commit any more vile deeds. As an academic, I must confess that the history of this dark arts intrigues me. But to put them into practice, this is truly beyond the pale.
Oh,
What's this? The young lady in the cell. She still lives. I must free her, lest she suffer the same fate as the others. Oh no, she did. Oh no. Where did you get the key from? Where did you find the key?
And who might you be?
Just strolling about. How you doing?
just a scholar of no particular repute.
Like I said, we're just strolling around. It's a lovely circle. I love what you've done with the place. It's very, very blood themed. It's lovely, lovely. Are these volunteers that donated their blood? Oh, I'm sure they are. We'll be leaving now.
I was passing through and could not help but notice these odd gemstones. Are they perhaps your work? And these strange glyphs, are they not runes of High Hornburgian?
Are they now?
That's what we're asking. That is very strange.
The tomes of ancient Hornburg were lost long ago. No ordinary scholar would be privy to this knowledge. But how could any self-respecting academic perform such horrors?
Indubitably.
Ho ho! Seems you're more of a scholar than you give yourself credit for.
They still live, yes? If you know what's best for you, you'll free them at once.
Well, since you asked so nicely... No, I think not. A shame. If only you hadn't come poking around in my secrets. I wouldn't have minded picking your brain.
Like, literally?
Now I'll have to settle for sucking your blood!
Oh, very well. Yeah, we've ended up in a fight array.
Fail.
This feels very strange. But what we shall do then is end this
My
part
turn
here,
now.
and in the next part we'll have this fight here with this blood-sucking demon of a person. Yeah, I think it's a good way of describing it. Anyway, we'll see you in the next part. Ta-ta for now.